Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel and today let's talk about lash extensions. So I had lash extensions non-stop continually for 4 years before I decided to give my eyes a break last summer. And I have 4 years of experience on being able to tell you if they're worth it or if they're not, some pros and cons, and give you guys some general information so that you can make an informed decision if you want them or not. So I have some written notes as well as some photos of a full set that I have versus in between fill-ins when they start to look a little sparse. And I have some really great information to share with you guys as well. So let's get started. So why did I choose to get eyelash extensions? Well, first of all, this was in 2020, like the beginning of 2020, early 2019 or late 2019, early 2020, and I wanted like a fresh look. You know, I never really wore makeup before. I still try not to wear makeup, but I wanted to look a little bit more put together. I didn't have my eyebrows microbladed yet, so I really just had like just a complete bare face going through most of my weeks. So my friend Rachel ended up doing them starting January 2020, and I absolutely love them. Of course, Becca introduced me to Rachel. Now she's one of my best friends. We are super close. So she started doing them in January of 2020, and I absolutely fell in love with them. I got the really natural, kind of wispy first, of course, and then, of course, through the years, you kind of want them different or longer or thicker or fuller, you know, so you just kind of go through different stages. So they are expensive. The normal like cycle is to go for your first full set, which is, depending on where you are, a totally different number. Around here, for a basic full set is around $150. So that'll be the first time that you go and you get your eyelash extensions. Every fill-in you get is normally anywhere from $30 to $50, just ranging somewhere in there. Normally that's every 2 weeks. Since I never wore makeup and wasn't really doing a lot with my face, I was able to go every 3 weeks for a fill-in. Now, let's talk about some things that you might not know. So, your eyelashes sometimes go through phases of shedding more than other times. I don't know why. I don't know why they're like that, but it is. So sometimes you'll notice a lot more of your eyelashes coming out, and not just the extensions, but with your actual lash attached to them. Sometimes they just fall out a lot more. It's like seasons, you know, they just fall out more sometimes than other times, which is odd. So watch out for that. Also, look for a really, really good esthetician. You do not want someone who just started. You do not want someone who is offering like $30 for a full set. You get what you pay for. You're talking about your face, your skin, your eyes. Go to someone very reputable, insured. If you need to save up money for something like that, then definitely go to someone reputable and save up rather than going to someone cheaper and having, heaven forbid, like a bad reaction to the glue or something like that if they're using cheap products. You have to think about your health and safety first and foremost. So make sure that you get a really good esthetician. You cannot just go anywhere to get good lash extensions. I have seen some bad lash extensions. I'm sure you have too. Like I said, they are expensive. There is a mandatory upkeep. Now, you can choose not to go back, but that is such a waste of money. You'll end up having to get another full set if you go back and you've lost all of your lashes. So there is kind of a mandatory upkeep if you're wanting not to spend an arm and a leg by getting a new set every 6 weeks or 8 weeks. So the fill-ins are definitely much more manageable for the wallet than having to spend $150 at one time. if you just get your lashes once and then never go back for your fill-in appointments. So it is a bit of a mandatory upkeep depending on if you go every 2 to 3 weeks. Now I said because I never wore makeup, so I didn't put foundation on my face or eyeliner. At the end of the day, I wasn't scrubbing off eye makeup every day, which of course is going to make your lashes fall out in abundance. Since I didn't do any of that, I very rarely wear makeup. I was able to get by with every 3 weeks doing a fill-in. That worked out for me. Most people go every 2 weeks. There are even some people that Rachel said, some of her clients come every single week for a fill-in. And of course, the more frequent you go, the less expensive it is. If you go every week, you're probably only going to pay $25 to $40 max for a fill-in, whereas if you wait to go once a month, you're probably going to pay $50 to $60 for that. How much time has lapsed, how much time she's going to have to spend putting new lashes in. So you got to think of it that way. A huge perk is they are stunning, okay? They are beautiful. Now, I really like the ones that look more natural. If you look like caterpillars crawled up and then died on your face, I don't find that attractive at all, personally. That's just me. I want them to look more natural, still beautiful, but more natural. I don't want people to like be double taken, you know. Now, if you wear makeup every day and you want like the mega volume, super curly, super full lashes, you do you, girl, do it. But for me, I definitely wanted them to look more natural. You can just wake up and go. That's one thing I love about them. Between my lashes and my eyebrows getting those microbladed, I feel like I could rule the world. They're phenomenal. A con is you cannot rub your eyes. You have to be careful when you put contacts in. You can't wipe your eyes if you're swimming in a pool. You have to be mindful always about your lashes. You do get used to that, especially after 4 years of constant wear. We're talking never letting my eyes have a break for 4 straight years. Of course, you do get used to those practices. But now for a year of being able to rub my eyes and wipe the water away, I don't know how I lived like that. I really don't know how I did it. It's so easy to put my contacts in now. And of course, there are workarounds for people, but, you know, to each their own. Some people have a rare allergy. Unfortunately, my sweet mama is one of them who had an allergy to the glue. Now, my girl, Rachel, she uses, of course, the premium top quality glue, and all of her clients are fine except for my poor mother. She had a very rare reaction to it, so of course she had to go get them taken off, get some eye drops and things like that, but her eyes got really red, swollen, and itchy, and it was a clear allergy. So there is a very, very low chance that you could develop an allergy to the glue, especially if you've never had them before. It's not like my mom had them for years and then all of a sudden developed an allergy. You will know within the first 10 minutes of them starting to apply your lashes if you're going to have a reaction or not. Another con, and if you say you disagree with me, then you've never had lash extensions. They can start looking ratchet between appointments, okay? Some of mine are hanging on for dear life. I do have some pictures here. So I'll switch over to my computer and show you a couple of examples that I have of my lashes. So this is actually mine and Jason's wedding day. This is right outside the courthouse. But you can see I had me some nice, natural, fresh lashes. You see how nice and natural they look. I absolutely love the way that they look on my face with my skin. It just kind of makes me look, in my opinion, kind of finished and put together. So I really like the look of that. Also, here's another one where I had her do, look at baby Charlie, he was so little. I had her do a little bit longer, a little bit fuller, and I think these look great as well. A little less natural, clearly, but I still think they look super good. Now, I'll show you this one, which is between appointments. Guys, please forgive me. I was taking pictures of my teeth. This was during my veneer journey. Guys, look how homeless. I got crud in my eyes. Look at these lashes. What is this lash doing down here? What is this one doing? It's just falling. Do you see them? But you can see how sparse they get. You start to lose lashes on different areas of your eye faster, depending on if you're you know, rubbing your eyes or whatnot. So they start to look pretty rough in between appointments, especially if you're trying to stretch them to every 3 weeks like me. Overall, I really enjoyed having my eyelash extensions. If you have the money and the time to be able to spend to take care of them, you should have a lot of success. Now, what's going to be your best friend throughout your journey are these spoolies. I probably have 10 of them. Now, of course, since I don't have my eyelash extensions anymore, I'm using them for other things. So there's like mascara on this one. But these spoolies will be your best friend. You'll have these all over the house. I'm sure your esthetician, Rachel's given me a ton of these. You can buy on Amazon. But when you get out of the pool, you'll want to spoolie them and, you know, separate them. When you get out of the shower, you'll want to do that. If you're rubbing your eyes, or you can just feel that two have kind of crisscrossed and you'll know the feeling. You'll want these. I had these in my purse, in my car, in my husband's car, at work, of course, a ton all over the house. I just had these spoolies for everything, everywhere, just in case. So if you have the money and you have the time to be able to spend, because it's not super quick. The first set, your full set, will take about 2 hours, and then your fill-ins will take about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how long you went and how much volume that you need and all that good stuff. So prepare to be sitting there, you know, and of course your eyes are shut, so it's not like you can get work done. You're just sitting there. We just chit-chat. I chit-chat with Rachel. But it's a very enjoyable experience. It's not painful. It's relaxing. I really enjoyed it. We laughed a lot. We had a ton of fun, especially if you get, you know, you become friendly with your esthetician. It can be like a little therapy session. So I enjoyed having them. For my time, my life right now, I'm happy that I don't. I'm happy that I can just, you know, wipe my face off and rub my eyes as I want to and chase around my toddler and just don't have to worry about them. For me personally, I think the natural look is better for me right now. I do see that like the mega volume ones are really kind of going out of style this year. Just like the dead caterpillar looking eyelash extensions are kind of on their way out as far as popularity and style goes. The more natural, more simple, fair, and feminine look seems to be coming back up, which is fine by me because, like I said, I barely ever wear makeup anyways. Of course, I love that my eyebrows are microbladed, and I am not saying I will never get eyelash extensions again. I am sure that I will because I really loved them. So I might get them again, but for now I am rocking and rolling and enjoying my life without them. But those are my frequently asked questions, pros and cons, general information about eyelash extensions. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If there were any questions I didn't answer that you have, leave them in the comments below and I'll get to them, I promise. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely click that button and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It is the #1 way to support us and what we do here, and lock you in to make sure that you get notified when all of the amazing content that we have here comes out. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you another day for another video.